Hello, and welcome to this live from Mackinac Island BYOB event. Look at me with my reading glasses on this morning. I want to be able to see Laura and all the things that she's going to show us today. My name is Nola Nash, and this is Laura Kemp on Mackinac Island. Oh my gosh, look at the horses. Horse and carriage.
This is the Grand Hotel carriage going by.
Look at that. So you are live at the Grand Hotel.
Fancy.
So fancy.
I am, and I'm in the one spot where we have good service, so I'll walk around and then be pixelated. But
it's kind of
corner of.
Go ahead.
Can you still hear me? Oh, sorry.
We're
on the very corner of the world's largest front porch, and my husband's looking at me.
Hi, Scott.
Oh, okay.
We have the boys too.
He says I need to connect to Wi-Fi. It's better, but we're already live, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. And there are certain spots that are like right there, you're good. So a lot of our shows we've been doing where they are recorded live, and we haven't been able to interact as much with our viewing audience as we had been doing in the past. We changed some formatting things, but today we are actually live and ready to take your comments, ready to take your questions. So go ahead and get those in the comment section. Any questions you have for Laura and Mackinac Island, any questions you have for us and the things that we have coming up, we've got some announcements for you. Some very fun things and a really fun announcement about our next BYOB and where it will be. We're excited about this. So Laura, tell us a little bit about where you are and why this is so special for you.
Well, I've been coming to Mackinac Island since I was, 5, 6, 7 years old. What's really special about the Grand Hotel to me is it's beautiful. And when I walk around, I'll show you more than just this post.
It's a great looking post.
But one of my favorite movies ever, Somewhere in Time. It's kind of a cult classic from the 70s. Christopher Reeve, Jane Seymour. Christopher Plummer was filmed here. This is the main location for filming. So I like to come here, and they used to have Somewhere in Time playing almost 24/7 on the TVs. Wow. They don't really have it anymore. They have Netflix, but so you can watch it and then wander around. See, there goes another horsey and carriage. So one of the unique things about Mackinac is there's no motorized vehicles allowed on the island. So you get around by foot, which is how we got here this morning, by bicycle. Which is a lot of fun, or horses and carriages. That's the only way you can get from point A to point B.
So it's super quiet though. Like at night, how quiet must that be without all the cars driving around?
Clippity clap. This is what you hear all night long. It's just clippity clap of horses' hooves, and then of course the yacht races. There's a yacht race from Chicago to Mackinac that takes 2 or 3 days. I think it's the longest freshwater yacht race. So they got in a few days ago, so it was a little wild last night. All the yachters were here with they have this Bay Rum ball cap that they wear because it's the biggest sponsor. So it gets a little rowdy. So you hear the whoops and hollers of the yachters and then the clippity claps of the horses.
I think that's a soundtrack I would go with. I think that's a great soundtrack for a vacation.
Exactly. They're all Pink Pony last night, so that's the place where the yachters go. But yeah, so this has the longest front porch in the world. Maybe I can go down there and see if I start pixelating. You tell me when I start.
We want to see the views.
So this is.
Oh, look at that! Oh wow, that's huge.
You can walk quite a bit. I think it's 500, 600, 700 feet.
Whoa.
In that vicinity. And in the movie Somewhere in Time, Christopher Reeve can't find a room in the hotel because he travels back in time to find his love that he sees in a photograph. So he spends one night out here on the front porch sleeping on a sofa. So if you watch the movie, you'll see the front porch in that scene. And then it has a kind of, that's where my good reception is.
You're still fine. We're still good.
This is the view of we're in Lake Huron. It's very close here to Lake Michigan. And there's the Round Island Lighthouse is out there. I don't know if you can see it between the trees.
We will take your word for it.
It's there.
Those flowers are gorgeous.
Yeah, red geraniums are kind of the thing here. So the grounds are completely covered in red geraniums, and the porch is completely covered in red geraniums.
Now, talk to me about the weather, because it seems like every time that you're on Mackinac, we always have the clouds and the wind.
Usually, yeah, yesterday was really sunny and calm, but today it's just kind of blustery. A storm just blew through, but storms come and go really quickly. They blow right through just because of the water and the straits. So it'll be nice the rest of the day.
Well, that's good. Apparently, I'm the one that brings the clouds. BYOB brings the clouds and the wind to Mackinac.
There you go. But yeah, and then over here is kind of another cool area. Those who have read Snow and Summer know that Justine comes to Mackinac Island to find a certain lumberjack named Troy Phillips. Well, she has to climb past the Grand Hotel, and she has to go up the West Bluff, which is right behind me. Ooh. And some of the really old Victorian summer homes are here from the very wealthy families that used to summer. So I'll kind of get to this spot. These go for, one was for sale on Zillow for like $7 million. So, you know, just your average.
We could just split that.
We could.
People think that authors make all kind of money. Spoiler alert. We do not.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford any of these houses. So here's some of those really nice summer homes. Get my hair out of the way. And this is where, around the corner, where the character of Troy Phillips works for the wealthy family. So a lot of these families have their carriage houses up here, and their carriage houses are as big as their regular houses, and then they have their stable people or their horse. Obviously, a lot of horses here. Kind of live above the stable. So that's where I set Troy Phillips's house, is right around the corner up this road.
I love it.
But yeah, the houses are beautiful, like all from the 1870s, 80s, and 90s. So yeah, that's the other kind of cool. I think my hubby and I might take a little stroll up there. And it costs $2 just even to get in the hotel.
Really?
We snuck up through the gardens, so it's pretty easy to get up here if you want. So yeah,
I love the paint blue roof on the porch. That is something which is really funny that you have that, because that is such a deep South thing to do.
It is, isn't it? This hotel was built in 1887, so I don't know if there were any kind of Southern, influences or
maybe, because it does look like a very deep plantation porch. I mean, it has that kind of vibe to it, and I wonder if maybe that was something that was. It was built in what year?
1887, and I think it was begun 3 years before that, so 1885.
That was the end of the Civil War. So
I wouldn't want to paint that. That's really high. Well, that
is very high up, but it is also, I mean, it is paint blue. That is what we call it in the Deep South. And
paint, what does that mean?
Paint is the Deep South Southern word for haunt.
Haunt. I wonder, why do you call it haunt?
Paint blue is what you paint the porch. It's actually got a very practical reason why that porch is painted that color, and I'll tell you the practical reason in a minute. But my favorite reason is because it is the color that would keep the ghosts from being able to get into your house, because it is too much like the sky, and so they would not congregate there and make it through your windows and all of that. So the color of the sky would keep the spirits out. However, so paint blue, I mean, it's there to protect from evil spirits. However, the practical reason for painting it that color blue, that paint blue, is because it prevents birds from nesting in the corners, and it keeps spiders and other bugs from building their little homes up there and getting it all funky. And so when it's way high up and hard to clean, then it's easier to keep bugs and the birds out when they also think it is the sky. And so paint blue is a very popular color to paint.
That's so interesting. Now, does it really work?
It does. It actually does.
Paint blue.
Paint blue.
Well, maybe that's why I paint it, because nobody wants to go up this high to get a spider web or a bird's nest. I think it's probably 45 feet.
Yeah,
50 feet.
It'll keep wasps from nesting up there. It'll keep, all kinds of things.
That's why that must have been why they did it. If it actually works.
It does
not
actually
just
work.
Superstition.
No, not superstition. It does actually work. And that is why they use that particular color, because it will mimic the sky to those pests and birds they want to keep away. So then they don't have to add the spiky things up there for the birds in the corners, because then those are kind of cruel. But you can paint it Haint blue, and you keep both the spirits and the other pests away.
I'm gonna show you a closer up view of those geraniums.
Oh, I love them.
You're probably getting it all funky because I'm trying. I wish I could just turn my camera around.
Well, I mean, I have my glasses. Let me turn my glasses. No, you're fine. You're good. We're still good.
Yeah. That's the pool house down there. If you can see that building, they just put in a new. It used to be an old pool where, the movie, the old star Esther Williams.
Oh,
she filmed a movie down there in the pool called something's, I don't know, like something went wet. Is that funny?
Back when things about that were a little more.
We'll talk about that movie later.
Yeah, they were not as risque.
Exactly.
So I loved Esther Williams. If anybody's never watched Esther Williams movies, go back and watch them.
If you want to see the Grand Hotel Pool, go watch that old Esther Williams movie that I can't remember the name of, something wet. But they redid the pool recently. Now they've added like water slides and stuff. I'm kind of like, it's fun for the kids, but I'm sad to see that pool go because it was historic. So, but got to keep the kids happy, right? Mm-hmm. The toddlers.
Definitely, especially since or you can just run them off. Like, go chase that carriage. Just run the energy right out of them.
Carriage, yeah. There comes another one. The Grand Hotel carriages are different than all the other ones. They're a little fancier. They dress the horses up. Sometimes the horses have like feathers on top of them, and then the people are dressed up in like top hats and stuff.
Oh, they're wearing the fancy livery.
So the Grand Hotel horses and carriage drivers look a little different than all of the other plain Janes on the island. So now you can see the lighthouse kind of. Can you see it over there above that pool house?
Oh yeah. I can, but I'm like way up close. But yeah, there it is.
That's a very important scene in Somewhere in Time too. They stare out at that lighthouse a lot. So. And that's based on a book because we are BYOB, right?
That's right.
Bedtime Return by Richard Matheson. I don't know if anybody's ever read it, but it is probably the most romantic book I've ever read and the most romantic movie I've ever seen. So if you're itching for some romance, but it's, yearning and it's sad, it's romantic, go see or go read Bedtime Return and watch Somewhere in Time.
And then that's right. Absolutely. Now, Sharon's got a question for us, and this kind of leads us. Oh, she also looked up the movie. It's Dangerous When Wet. Dangerous When Wet.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I knew it was something wet.
Dangerous When Wet. And Esther Williams, she does these amazing, she basically, it's like synchronized swimming, only she does it alone. Or sometimes she has the whole, it's like water dancing. It's amazing what she does.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Down at the pool. That's now a water slide.
So down at the pool at the Grand Hotel, Dangerous When Met with Esther Williams. But she also had a question for us, and she wants to know, have we met in person? And this leads us to talking about our next BYOB episode, which will actually be with the two of us in person.
I don't know what we're going to do.
I know.
It's going to be so weird.
We're going to see more of them than just this.
And touch you.
I know. We'll be able to actually touch. So we are gathering with some other author friends at Killer Nashville, which is here in Franklin, Tennessee. I know it's Killer Nashville, but it's in Franklin. And I'm super excited to not only have Laura coming down for Killer Nashville, but Laura is going to stay with me. So we are going to get some author sister time, and I'm so excited about it.
Me too.
And
a long time coming.
I know, but it's been at least 4 years. It may actually be closer to 5 now.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time that we have known each other.
2018, I think. Wasn't that when everything started to come together? 2000?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that was, it was 2019 is when I moved here, and that was 3 years ago. So, gosh, yeah, 4, maybe 5 years. So we have known each other for a very long time, and we've only ever talked this way or over the phone or messaging and texting. So it's going to be so cool to just be able to, just say, hey, Laura, and you're like right there.
Oh, hey, I could answer in real time.
I love it. It's going to be so exciting. We are really looking forward to it. We're looking forward to hanging out with lots of our friends at Killer Nashville. We've got some great folks who are going to be joining us. Terry Shepard is going to be there. Kirsten Moglin is going to be there. Hank Philippi Ryan is the keynote speaker. Benny Sims is coming. Oh gosh, so many others. Who all? Oh gosh, people I know.
Jewel Salbo, I know will be there.
Jewel Salbo is coming. Oh man, lots of people I know, and I've drawn a blank on some of these people. Well, we've got lots of people that are coming for Killer Nashville. It's a great conference. They're actually all coming to see us. No,
all of them.
All of them. They're just coming to see us. Yes, we are
the band.
They have no idea that we're coming, but anyway. So one of the other things that makes me really happy about this is that not only do Laura and I get to see each other in person, and we get to do a BYOB together from Killer Nashville, not side by side on the screen here, but actually side by side. But I also have the chance to get to show my beloved downtown Franklin to some of my fabulous author friends, and we will get to see some of the locations that are in House of Mirrors, which is my upcoming release coming out September 6th, and we've got our copies that are in. I've got some fabulous early readers. There it is. Fabulous early readers who are giving me
Isn't that cover beautiful?
I love this. I mean, it's the funny thing is it's very different from things that I have written in the past. It's more of it's a little spooky. It's a ghost story. But at the same time, it is also very sweet. It is kind of tug at your heartstrings. It is not necessarily the wild, spooky ride that some of the other books are that I've written. But there's definitely a bit of spooky. But there's some spooky, and it is real locations. So I'm hoping that we have some time around Killer Nashville. I think we were all planning on going out to dinner one night on Main Street.
Yeah, Terry just informed me of that.
Yes. So we're trying to do that.
I'm just along for the ride. So
absolutely.
Do whatever.
Well, he emailed me and he asked me for suggestions, and I said, well, anywhere on Main Street works, but here's where, here's some things that I would suggest we do. But the good thing is most of the locations in the book, a whole lot of them are on Main Street, or right off Main Street. And so maybe as we're walking around there that evening, we can kind of do some mini live sessions. It's from the Bennett house, which is the house that is the center of the haunting in House of Mirrors. So we'll at least stand outside of the Bennett house, maybe even sit on their porch, because it's a business and they'll be closed and they won't care.
Whatever we want.
We do whatever we want to do. So in Onyx and Alabaster, I'll have to at least walk you by there, because that is the coffee shop between the Bennett house and Onyx and Alabaster. Those are some of the key locations in that book. So we'll do some of that. You just had a new cover released for your
Evening in the Yellow Wood. Has a new edition, a brand new edition.
Gorgeous.
New cover, new back cover, which is cool because it has kind of a little picture of Justine on it. I always wanted her somewhere on the cover. So I actually have a new cover for Snow and Summer as well that I'll be releasing later. But yeah, you can get the new edition of Evening in the Yellow Wood. I think you have a picture of the cover.
Somewhere.
Well, there's some bonus content as well.
We may have to show that later.
Bonus
content is cool. And the formatting
that looks. Your eyes aren't going to go bug out. So the formatting's different, the cover's different, and there's bonus content. So I would definitely suggest getting your hands on that new edition. If I think I put a link up on my Facebook page, Camp, and I'll do my regular page and on Instagram. So anywhere I am on social media, you can find a link to that new edition. And you'll notice because the cover is different than the old one.
It's beautiful. It is very eye-catching. I mean, it's a striking cover. I love it. It is elegant.
Designed by Denise Burt.
She does a great job. She really
does.
Denise and I were cracking up this morning. I was raging a little bit about the changes to Instagram, and I told her that I really wanted to, it's a part of me wanting to slap those pimply-faced tech guys over in California on the head with my old lady purse and tell them to stop changing things.
Here she comes with her pointy stick.
She's like, apparently the image of me with my old lady purse whacking teenagers on the head was just really funny. We were cracking up.
That'll happen.
This is great. And she's done some great graphic work for you. She's an excellent early reader. She has a great book club on Facebook as well, the Wild Sage Book Club.
She's very sweet.
Mm-hmm. She's very kind. So we love Denise, and she did a great job on your cover. She really did. And the Crescent City books coming up in September and October are also going to have new release editions coming out as well. So new covers, new formatting for those. Nice. That's going to be very exciting.
New adventures for us.
I know. I'm excited about all of this. We're taking our game up a notch here.
And I'm reading a book. Can I just show it real quick?
Yes.
Where are we?
Try to get it. There you go. Magic Season. Well, who's that one by? I can't see it.
Wade Rouse.
Oh, Wade Rouse.
Fingers of the way.
There we go. Yep, now we can see
about his relationship with his dad and how it wasn't the best, but they always bonded over baseball. So it's a memoir. I think it's the first one he's released in, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years. Hopefully I'm correct. So, but
Wade, his books are great. So, I mean, if you guys get, Wade Rouse, Viola Shipman is his the other name he writes under. Any of those books are fantastic. I mean, he's such
Michigan
a guy. More Michigan stuff. I mean,
he'll be here, I think, in a couple weeks. Unfortunately, he has COVID right now, so he's resting up, and then going to come up here to Mackinac for a library event.
Oh, that'll be good.
And be at the library. Oops, am I pixelating again? Let me go back.
A little bit. Go back to your post. Stand on your corner. Go back to your corner.
Go back to my corner. Nobody puts Laura in a corner. I'll be at the Island Bookstore from 1 to 3 on Saturday, selling all 3. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to order author copies of the new one because that was my hope. But we've been practically traveling the entire month of July, so
you have
trying to do stuff like this is hard on the fly. But I will have copies of all 3 of my books to sign and sell.
You've been on a great adventure this month. I mean, how fun.
We're exhausted and we're out of money. That's for sure. I'm trying to figure out our budget this morning. We're going to have hey kids, we're going to ride around and look at rocks today. You're going to like it. We're going to, everything free.
We're going to run by the store, pick up some peanut butter and jelly.
P&J at the grocery store. We've got some money stashed away, but you can only travel so much. And it's time to replenish the coffer. Get back home.
School, back to work, all of that. Oh my gosh. We start, the teachers here go back Monday. That's my first day back. It's painful.
Why do you go back so early? That's terrible.
I know. It's just
awful. We go back the 22nd of August.
Oh, I remember at one point we used to do that because my son's birthday is August 19th. And I remember he started kindergarten on his birthday. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it is made it creep back to, their first half day for the students is August 5th. It's Friday of next week.
You know what? We need a summer. The kids need time. We need time.
Yeah.
We need time to get our heads on straight. I think after Labor Day and after Memorial Day should just be free.
It really should. It really should. Because honestly,
vote for me.
After Memorial Day, we actually
done anyway. Totally done.
Nobody's doing anything anyway. We usually it's the week right before Memorial Day weekend is usually our last day of school. Like that Friday, whatever the Friday is usually our last day of school. So it's just weird. It's a weird shift.
You don't do anything after Memorial Day, and you don't do anything before Labor Day. I hate to break it to you.
Well, you really don't. There's a whole lot of the getting procedures in place and expectations and filling out all the stupid paperwork and here's your PTO money and there's all of that goes on before Labor Day. So
I'm going to show you the pretty horses as they go by. Sorry.
Look
how pretty dapple.
Fancy.
And there's the special Grand Hotel glass carriage.
Fancy.
I'm at my corner, so I get a good view.
You do get a good view. You do get a good view. Oh, let's see. We have another one going back on Tuesday. I mean, it's just too early. We don't get enough time to rejuvenate, and neither do the kids. I mean, quite honestly, it takes.
Well, maybe when we become famous authors, we can relinquish, and then it'll be summer all the time.
Summer all the time. Think of all the books we could write if we had all the time.
We didn't have to teach.
That's right. So many books.
Someday.
What
I
we
needed to
need
say
is
too at the Killer Nashville, my it's an unfinished novel, but I Paint the Sky historical Western is up for the Claymore Award.
So excited about that.
Like new and emerging and unfinished manuscripts. So I'm nominated in the historical fiction category. So we'll all be at the award ceremony. Maybe we can do something from there.
I think we should. I was about to say we absolutely must do something from the award ceremony.
We'll be all spiffed up. I saw some dresses down in town. It looked pretty, so I might buy one if we have any money left.
I'll be pulling back out the mother of the bride dress.
There you go.
My rehearsal dinner dress.
There we go.
That's, those people didn't see it.
Didn't see it. No, the only people that will know are people who watch this BYOB. And we won't tell.
They won't tell.
We can't tell anybody.
Yes, you guys are not going to tell. Please don't tell that I'm re-wearing the same dress because, we are teachers first, authors second, and neither one of those make any money. So we recycle our formal wear. We're environmentally conscious in that we recycle our
repurposing.
Yes. Well, I know you guys have got a vacation to get to, and I know Scott, who's over there being super patient. He has rocks to see and peanut butter and jelly to eat.
Sandwiches to eat. We're good.
He's been super patient, and I know the kids are too. So I don't want to keep you from your vacation any longer, but thank you so much for the history of the Grand Hotel, our tour of the Grand Hotel, and all of those spots that are special to you. And
I'll post more. I have taken video. My daughter's going to put together a cute little montage of the island. So for those who wanted to see our track, it'll be there. The Mackinac Bridge, it'll be there. Pink Pony.
Yes.
Be there. So we'll put that all together for you.
She does a great job on her videos too. I love watching her videos.
She needs to do something with that. Thank you. Appreciate it. So
she does a great job.
And her boyfriend's with her, and he's even more into it. So they'll cook something up good for you guys.
All right. Well, we are looking forward to that, so we can see all of those fun things. So you have a great time on the island. Get some rest before school starts, and I'm going to see if I can coax the sun out from behind the clouds so I can have at least one more day in the pool.
And we'll see you in a month.
Yes. I'm so excited. Yay, less than a month. So the 17th,
I'm going to leave my pool.
Yes. I've got a pool, and I will be in my new apartment by then. Hopefully all settled in. So we overlook the pool, which is nice. So we'll hope for some
dangerous when wet.
We will be dangerous. We'll have to do
swimming routine.
Yes. We'll
like Esther Williams.
We'll have to come up with our own.
Tell us apart from Esther Williams.
Yeah. And I think we will add a whole new dimension to dangerous when wet.
Start practicing.
Yes. All right. Well, I love you so much. It is so good to see you in your happy place. And I cannot wait to see you in person in just a few weeks. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this very special edition of BYOB, a copywritten podcast of Authors on the Air Global Radio Network. Laura, we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.